service marketing agency. Today's guest is Eli. Eli, feel free to introduce yourself and let our viewers know about your background.
Hi, how you doing? Okay, my name is Eli Samuel. I founded a company called SafeTelecom. A very interesting founder's background, actually. I was studying to become a rabbinical student in one of the large rabbinical colleges in New York, and we were looking for some solutions to help the students navigate technology as it was evolving and all the smart devices were coming out. The school was using Apple parental controls, which after a few months, people realized had holes in them. School was kind of left hanging that here they were trying to get to institute policies and safe technologies in the school, and they didn't have that. I said there has to be a better way. I looked into it, we did some research, and realized that Android has the ability for us to build our own version of Android. So I actually started building, this is about 8 years ago, started building a custom version of Android that has our own kind of like ecosystem, our own platform, and we lock users into our system and keep it safe and secure. Started out in that one school, and we're in quite a number of different parts of the Jewish community and beyond at this point.
That's amazing. I mean, that's a really awesome story. Who is your ideal target audience? You kind of touched on it briefly.
So right now we really target, it's becoming very buzzy to talk about how people are either digital minimalism, digital well-being, whether it's for kids or adults. So we're really targeting anyone who's looking to pull back a little from technology, distraction with, for, like I said, for themselves or for their kids. We try to be an inclusive, like a family-friendly product. Our core audience has been historically the Orthodox Jewish community until, we realized over here that, hey, wait, we have the technology that can service a lot more people. So we're kind of like impact, mission-based company, and that's what we're doing. We're making those connections and bringing it out to the broader market.
Amazing. What makes you different than your competitors?
So there are a few things that make us different. The first one is the extensive years experience that we have in this market. We started, like I said, in the Orthodox Jewish community, which since 2012 is already talking about this kind of, control in a positive way, controlling, giving those safeguards, making people aware of the education, the technology. So that's where we're sitting on quite a lot of communal knowledge and also tech knowledge. We also send out our devices to lots of high school age kids who have lots of time in their hands. They're some of the best penetration testers out there. Stuff like, we prevent browsing in the device. So we're an app-only system. And many of the apps, we're almost at 600 apps on our platform that have pretty unique in the market that we prevent browsing in the apps as well.
Wow.
So that's, that's tech that's proprietary to us, and we're pushing it.
Amazing. What are your best sellers products?
We do Google Pixel phones. So
okay.
Tablets. Best selling products are definitely the phones. We have we try to give a range of lots of people for whatever consideration they have. We get a lot in the high end, a lot in the low end, and the middle's a little weaker. But people made up their mind. They're either going to go all out or they're going to test the water and see what it's like.
100%. What's the future plan for yourself and the brand?
Future plan is we are pushing. Like I mentioned, historically we have been in the Orthodox Jewish community in the U.S. We're looking now at strategic partnerships out in the UK, in Israel, and across Europe, really, to get that brand out there. Additionally, we're putting a lot of resources into a sub-brand that's more of we'll call it a secular brand. It's just, like I mentioned before, family-oriented. We have that tech, we're sitting on it, and we're like, why are we only marketing to one community? Let's get it out there and let's see what we can do in the world. Mission-based, impact-based. Lots of people are looking for something like this out there in the world, and we really have the tools and the software, the capabilities to distribute that.
100%. Speaking of get your name out there, what's been the most successful way to promote the brand?
We tried because in our core community, print is still king. On Saturday there's no digital, so that's where we're resting. So magazines was the first thing we tried. Publications, newspapers that worked to an extent. We got some brand recognition, but the power just wasn't there. especially for such a digital, such a, a tech forward brand like ours. Now we're investing in LinkedIn, getting, those B2B leads, talking to the right stakeholders, talking to the people in the child safety and the mental wellness. And we're started doing a lot more digital marketing.
Awesome. So most of our listeners are entrepreneurs that have e-commerce brands. What are some challenges that you faced in the past few years and how were you able to overcome them?
So I think the biggest challenge is really adapting a product we try to make it as simple as possible, and yet it's still a complex product to buy. So we have multiple packages, and it's going to just the e-commerce platforms that are out there. We use one of them. Others have been a challenge as well to really get it to adapt to what we're trying to do. We'd like to give the users a choice. The aim here is to be off the shelf. I know there's some systems that people install. I know an organization that spends a half hour with a customer and they'll sit and install like a filter on a device. That's not what we want. We want to be off the shelf, off the digital shelf as possible. And to get that in our e-commerce platforms that we've used, that we've tested, that's been a huge challenge. So we can get like designers, we can get all that set up, and yet the real work has been how do we show this product, which is like I mentioned before, we're very powerful, we're very robust, a lot of options. I think that's the biggest challenge that we found, in e-commerce.
Definitely. Where are you selling? Is it just US based or are you selling worldwide?
So for now, we're mostly US based, US and Canada. We have some partners. We do have some retail partners. So we do the e-commerce, we do the website. That's the bulk of our sales. And we put it in retail locations in the US and then overseas, which is actually also a challenge in selling as a US company. We brought in not retail partnerships, but strategic partnerships with technology companies that are, we're kind of just sending over the software and having them sell products there. So we're not exporting flagship phones out to, overseas. That doesn't make sense for us as a brand with the tariffs.
No, I understand. I gotcha.
Right.
So what's one piece of advice you could give someone that's looking to start an e-commerce brand here, either towards the end of this year or next year?
I would say test all the available platforms to see what really works for you, and try to think of, all the eventualities that you would need in your products. Like I mentioned, we have a complex product, difficult to do. I remember that there was one platform that we used a long time ago. It's kind of like a buy button. We just dropped into a HTML-based website. I started off as a developer. There were 5 clicks to get a package out the door. So we had to, process the order in this platform. We had to export the label to, I believe, PayPal shipping, print it there. The tools just weren't set up the proper way. So do your research, check the platform, make sure that everything you need is in one place. Invest in the tools. Something as simple as investing in a shipping label printer. Everything is available in 2024. This is an established industry. People are doing e-commerce, billions of dollars. Do your research, take a look at what's available on the market, play it out in your head, what you need to do, and execute. Get out there, start selling.
Yeah, that's amazing advice. And anything I haven't asked you want our listeners to know?
I would say the one thing is, again, to talk a little bit about our product. I mean, we're really leading, provider of safe technology solutions. And again, on the e-commerce side, we that adaptability that we've had to have as a tech company to bring everything together has been quite a journey. I love it. It's been just such a fun journey as well, helping people, bringing in all the tech that we need, the whole tech stack that we use, and talking to people like you and others who are, talking to entrepreneurs who want to get things done.
Amazing, Heather. Well, I really appreciate your time today and coming on the Wytpod. Thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's nice to meet you.